Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to today's what's going to be an extraordinary edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. We're here with Debbie Johnson, and Debbie is an angelic reader, a psychic, but so much more than that. It's just really someone who's embodied, navigating and sharing that embodiment from so much love, and her connection to resources that many haven't attuned to access to, but that you absolutely do. And so she'll translate messages, she'll share wisdom, and we'll do a lot of that during our call today. If you raise your hand, you can ask your personal question or type your question into the chat box. And if you want to go deeper with Debbie, there's an opportunity to have a personal session with her in April. Put the special offer in the chat box. We'll go through the special offer later, but those of you who know you want a session, want to get on the calendar sooner rather than later, go ahead and sign up. But I asked Debbie a favor today, to get into a conversation that I think is really important for so many right now. So I'm really going to encourage all of you to hang out for this call. You're going to receive so much because, again, an important conversation that's coming through. But before we get into that, Debbie, welcome back to your home away from home, Beyond the Ordinary. And
Thank you, John.
I love it if you share from your perspective how it is that you work with clients, what it is that they receive from being in these sessions and in this work with you.
First of all, thanks so much for having me. I love being on the show. Whenever we get on the call, I can feel everybody. And that's kind of what happens in a session. I start to feel the person I'm talking to. I feel their aura. And then I start being able to feel who's coming in their aura. So loved ones, angels, spirit guides, whoever might be coming in, and I start hearing them talk, or I'll describe what they look like or what they're seeing around the person in the room. And they tell the person, hey, don't worry about this, or hey, I can see this coming up in the future. All the information I get is from them, not from my psychic ability. It's more from mediumship, hearing everyone and what they see.
Amazing.
It's cool.
It's very cool. So the topic I want to get into, and it relates directly into how it is that you see and pick up. How do you separate the energies that you're picking up on from yourself? How are you not impacted by the pain that someone may be having, either emotionally or physically, because you're so empathic and so intuitive? How are your thoughts not, how are you just not jumbled up after a call in other people's realms? And how do you come back to yourself?
Okay, so I've had to learn how this works. It used to be all jumbled up. It used to be all confusing, to the point where I felt like I couldn't be around anybody. It was too much to just even be in a crowd or around people, because I could feel too much less trying to do healing work or sessions. It was too overwhelming. It would take the life out of me just for one session. But what I learned is how can you protect your field? How can you protect your aura? Is angels. They run the other side. You ask them to help release what's not yours. Help me, organize this energy so I know what's mine, what's theirs. I can understand the pain enough to explain it, or I can understand the physical pain enough to know where it is, but not take it on. That has taken me a ton of practice and also prayer. So I guess I want to say, people who are empathic, it takes a lot of time to start to sort out what's yours, what's someone else's. But the biggest clue I can give is anything that's sudden. So you were fine, and all of a sudden you got overwhelmed, or you got anxiety, or you got a pain in your leg. That's usually empathic. It's a good way to sort it out without, practicing too much. Anything that's sudden is usually empathic.
And how do we shift the energy of picking up that sudden energy to get back into a balanced place within ourselves? You said angels. So talk to us a little bit about more of angels and that answer and other ways that people can practice again that centeredness.
So the moment you feel something sudden, all right, angels, is that mine or someone else's? If it's not mine, release it.
Hmm.
So angels run consciousness, so they can move the consciousness that got into your aura or into your empathic field and move it out. With
Hmm.
just a simple request to do it, it goes within seconds.
Wow. Is it really that easy, Debbie?
If I didn't do it myself all the time, I wouldn't believe it, but it really is. They're that good at consciousness. They're that good at understanding what that means. Yeah.
What would you say to someone who says, but I do that and it doesn't shift? Is there a certain belief that you have to have and meet that energy and its authority for it to really happen? Or just an innocent request can really help to alleviate?
An innocent request can help. Something will shift.
Okay.
Even people I've worked with who never did this before, they feel it if they say it. They feel something change. It might not be dramatic. It might be more subtle. So it depends on how the person feels, different subtleties.
There's a lot of people that listen to Beyond the Ordinary that have their own practices. They could be psychics, channels, readers, do hands-on work with people, whatever it is. A lot of psychotherapists as well. And as they go into people's fields, again, there's so much exchange that's happening. And personally, I've experienced sometimes when I've worked with some people that they'll even try to come to me during dream space and want more help, or the energy is still flowing through. And there's a way to really set really good, we can call them boundaries, but I'll call them parameters perhaps,
Yeah.
on how people can, how they're invited in and how there's an equitable exchange in those sessions. Or it can even be counseling a friend where you pick up their stuff. How do you work? Do you have that happen to you where people are coming to you in dream state asking for help, like you feel them in the field?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had people say, "You showed up in my dream." I've gone over and tried to help them when I'm asleep or they're dreaming. So yeah, absolutely. And this isn't something I'm doing lately. Is I'll ask Archangel Michael to protect my dreams, and
Oh,
that way the highest wisdom only comes in.
oh, I love that. Ah, and could it be any angel that we resonate with, or you like Michael in that particular space?
I like Michael for protection. I think he's the best one for protecting the aura, protecting whatever you want to protect.
Hmm. Why do you think we're becoming so much more sensitive to all these subtle energies and picking them up even more so, as thinking like they may be ours when perhaps they belong somewhere else?
I think the veil is thinner, John. I mean, honestly, I've felt it probably since 2018. There's been a shift where it's it in that we had the whole spiritual awakening that's gotten huge, and it's been there for a while for people like us, but it's new. It's more mainstream now, and I think that's when the veil changed.
Hmm.
Everyone was feeling what they never felt before, so they started wondering what's going on here. But I think it's thinner.
And then the thinness, I wonder why that's happening. It's like, well, I have an understanding of why that's happening. But again, as we're becoming more empathic, and it's okay, the veil's thinner, so we're feeling more, but that's not here just randomly. There's a purpose behind that. It's something
Yeah.
that we're evolving into.
Yeah. Well, I believe that we are stepping into more of a more consciousness. The consciousness as a collective is starting to evolve or ascension.
It's that's got to take us away from a place where we were creating and relating in a place that came from self-centeredness in an innocent way and survival, into a place where our consciousness, as we expand into it, and our ability to have compassion is giving us this awareness of an intelligence that we have and how we can create not only for ourselves but for the community simultaneously, as opposed to for ourselves and then the community. It's different.
Yep. It's very different. I mean, people seem to be, they're starting to like wake up. It's awesome. It's like they just were living a life, and then all of a sudden, whoo, maybe I felt my grandma, you know. It's people are feeling stuff that they didn't feel before.
Yeah, and part of that feeling is there's a vulnerability of being with those feelings, and like transversing, it's like, oh, this feels really sensitive, or this kind of hurts and I'd rather not feel it, or is it safe? And really expanding beyond safety into what else is possible, because sometimes it feels like our heart's breaking, or sometimes it feels like we're cracking open doors to fear that we hadn't been in before.
Yeah.
But I believe that in that cracking open, we're really finding our capacity to evolve of what we held that heartbreak to be, or to evolve what we thought that fear was into greater light.
Yeah, I agree.
So for me, it's all hope provoking. And for me, it speaks of the faith that it provides, because how many of y'all on this call, you know that love is the answer? You know, the love that's all there is. And in the world that confuses that sometimes and plays in hierarchies or contractions and distortions, all those things are just really showing up to remind us of this resilience, of this truth that you innately know, that love is really guiding this whole ship.
The energy of the heart, it has its own intelligence. It has its own knowledge. It has its own logic. It's separate from our brain. It's the same energy where angels talk to us. It is not logical. It is not, it knows everything. And it's how things heal. It's how the heart always wins.
I love that you say that. Can y'all feel that? The heart always wins. The heart always wins. Debbie, I just feel so much energy of people raising their hands, wanting to ask questions.
Yeah.
It almost feels like we should dive into that and just go, because there's so much that's going to be revealed. So I'm going to start promoting y'all to panelists here, and we're going to start getting into Q&A. And Debbie, I want to ask you, is there anything that the guides have been consistent with lately as a message, or where we're heading, or what's coming up for us that perhaps is noteworthy to share on the call right now?
Okay, on the same vibe as the heart, there's so much coming up with the truth, like people living their truth, speaking their truth, being their truth. And the truth has a higher frequency, and sometimes we're scared to like live our truth or say our truth. And even though it's hard, the high frequency of the truth will make everything exactly perfect. It won't mess things up. Even if it's hard, or even if it throws things off balance temporarily. It's kind of like the heart. The truth and the heart vibrate at a higher frequency. You can't mess it up.
Wow. No, you can't mess it up. I was reading something recently, and I was speaking about these teachings, and they were talking about truth, and how as a society we've become accustomed to truth being a morality, an essence of morality, and that we should considering truth as an essence of intelligence.
I like that.
and how in that truth we find all solutions. In truth, we find what's the underpinning of the thing that wants to expand. So again, truth not as a morality, but again, intelligence. And then, so I love that the angels are speaking in that, because that takes us back to the essence. There is no avoidance in truth. It just is what it is.
If we live in our truth, we'll vibrate at a higher frequency and we'll attract more high frequency. And it's coming up a lot. People are going, I got to live in my truth. I got to live in my truth. It'll work. I want to tell everyone it works.
It works. I love that. It really, and it brings up clear, compassionate communication. It brings to a place where we're centered in ourselves, and we don't have to blur the edges of truth. It's really the truth. It sets us free. I mean, really.
Yeah.
It'll set you free. It's more true than ever. All right. Well, let's go to live Q&A here. So let's start with, oh my God, Denise, you look so amazing. Denise, Puerto Rico, welcome to the call. Let's get you to unmute.
Hi, I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you,
Denise.
John. Thank you, Debbie. Remember me? August, we were together. We had a great time. And many things have come to pass by that time. You opened my brother's heart and he did meet a teacher. It didn't work out, but he did. And my business is going, it's slow, but it's going. My question tonight is, and thank you so much for seeing me, is estranged. My husband and I are estranged from our son, Joseph, since Thanksgiving. And what am I to learn from this? My heart's broken.
Well, the first thing I saw before you explained what happened with your son, I kept seeing 333 around you, the angel number. That means miracle. That's also the energy of Spirit Guide Mother Mary. So she's helping you with your son. You get a miracle with this son.
I believe that. I believe I know that I'm letting go and let God and Michael especially is working. The angels are working for me. I'm just wondering, do I have should I just let it go and just wait? I have to wait it out.
Angels are saying around November 1st, there's some communication. So I would just give him love communication, like telepathically, and in the heart. He'll feel it. And he reaches out by November, beginning of November. Yeah.
That's a good, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So good to see you again. Yeah. I love John. Thank you.
Debbie, can you speak about these places where we know perhaps outcomes or trajectories, and still there's this anxiousness or nervousness because there's a part of us that perhaps hasn't experienced that knowing in the ways that we know. So we expect for a shoe to drop or not to go the way that we're seeing it or whatever. I don't know quite how to word this question, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. There's just a separation between our knowing and our humans' capacity to trust that knowing.
I know exactly that feeling, and I think everybody on this call does. But there is a interest, there's a knowing, and then there's manifesting. So I think that's where the human part comes in. You may intuitively know something, but then if you start thinking the other shoe is gonna drop, you could actually start to manifest that. That's how powerful we are. You know, our consciousness is pretty powerful. But if you know something and you kind of let it go, usually that exact thing will happen. But if we're holding on to oh my God, I know it. And then we start to really feed into it and get into any kind of fear about it, we could start to actually change that projection too.
where do you think expectations have a place in those creations? Because if we expect for the shoe to drop, are we contributing? Are we expecting the thing to, or we're expecting the thing to show up in a particular way because we feel it and we hold on so hard to that expectation that the unfolding of it doesn't really have a chance to come to fruition because we're trying to feed it the wrong nutrients, perhaps. I don't know.
It is a tricky question because it crisscrosses.
Right.
It crisscrosses. So, for example, I had something in my mind just today. It's crazy you're bringing this up.
Mm.
And my head started to spiral. And the angels said, stop. You're going to manifest that.
Ah.
They literally stopped me because I saw something. Like if I went spiraling into it, I'd actually manifest it.
Mm.
So we could see what we're seeing, let it go and trust it. And if we start to spiral, angels, please help me stop to spiral. Help me stop spiraling, you know?
Right. And that's really teaching us an act of surrender, if you will, like being more at peace, like, and really guiding our energy, not to where we're hoping it's going to be, but where can we be in that now instead of waiting for it in the future. And it's like this little trickling of water that creates this huge river that gets to feed in the ocean that we're hoping to land into, but really being aware of feeding it. And if we're not feeding it that, just taking pause. It's like, oh, I'm in worry or I'm in fear. I'm expecting something bad. Let me get back to visioning or feeling what I want that expansion to feed into, and have faith that the navigation to get there is going to present the contractions and expansion that's going to bring the fruits of what we're resonating towards.
Yep. It's hard though to let it go. It is hard, you know, especially if you're emotionally, we're such emotional creatures, you know, and we get emotionally attached to what, oh my gosh, I saw that.
Yeah. Tara wrote, easier said than done. But Tara, Tara becomes easier as you do it though.
True.
So easier said than done, but it becomes easier as you continue to do it. And so don't expect instant manifestation all the time, even though that can occur a lot. But no, it's a relational dynamic. We're in relationship with the energies. So if you don't trust the energy, why should the energy trust you? If you trust the energy, you're going to invite a trusting energy. And so it's, what are you meeting it, and know that it's a mirror for what you're carrying it as well. So it's wonderful. Let's get to another caller. Let's go to Nadine. Welcome, Nadine. I want to call in all of y'all, by the way. So I'm going to try to get to as many.
Wow. Hi. Oh, I'm so thrilled. Okay. So I have 3 children, adult children. 2 of them, I have a strange relationship with. My son is in jail at the moment, and I've had to, he's trying to reconnect, and he's trying to, you know, he has addiction and mental health issues, and has been in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And so I've had to put up strong boundaries. And so now he really wants this, you know, loving, organic relationship. And I you know, that's going to be really, really difficult for me, and it needs to go slowly. And he needs to kind of show me that he's serious about cleaning up and so on. My daughter has chronic Lyme disease and mold toxicity, and is very, very, oh my gosh, she's kind of over the top as far as her, trying to be healthy, and gets really angry, and now I've had to kind of like go, you know, this is as much as I can take. So I'm just basically wondering, okay, angels, what can you say to me, angels?
So I heard go slow, especially with your son. They're saying love. You know the old saying, love is patient, love is kind. If he's not patient with you, there's something, it's a warning. If he's not patient with you, that's what I kept hearing. He needs to be patient with you, or you have a warning. Did we lose her?
I'm here.
No,
I'm here.
you still
I'm
here?
here.
I hear you. Okay.
That's a beautiful
Oh.
message, Debbie.
That's what I heard. Angel said that.
He needs to
Gotta
be
go
patient with me.
Yeah, and then if he's not, that's a warning to you to be careful.
Yes. Thank you.
And isn't that how we build trust? It's through
Mhm.
patience. It's through time. It's not like I've hurt you, then all of a sudden you can have trust right away. Even with our own children, it's like, okay, we take it steps at a time and we build a stable platform, and there's patience on both sides, not just on one. And
Yeah.
willingness into a relational dynamic that supports the nurturance of both. Not, hey, give me all the love because I'm ready for it. It's like, well, you think you're ready for it, but let me titrate it. Let me give it to you a little bit at a time and see how you handle it, because it
Yeah.
may be too much. Either too much because it's overwhelming, or too much because I'm giving myself up in the hope of receiving something that you're not ready to give.
Yep.
And so
And
patience.
yeah, and that's like self-love too. Is just, letting yourself be patient with the process.
Beautiful.
For your for your daughter, I pick up emotional, like a lot of the causes are emotional. It's like there's a core issue that's more emotional with her health issues. That's what I picked up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Debbie. And I love
Yeah.
piggybacking off of Debbie, because she like opens up the doorway for like these things.
Double psychics.
I have so much fun with Debbie in this. And then that maybe you can have compassion for your daughter in her overwhelm rather than judging her. Passion in her overwhelm, because anyone's compulsive that way. There's something in them. Not that you have to buy into her anger or her emotions or anything else, but just holding a space of compassion. As a mother, you're that stable energy, even if you're at a distance. Instead of judging, saying,
Yep.
I've had enough. I can see why you're probably having this. The best way that I can hold you is just to have compassion. I may not be able to fix it, but I can be steady in my energy so that you can find stability in your own. And that's where the energetic boundaries can really get entangled, Debbie. We talked about that earlier, picking up other people's energies. Mothers and their children, huge.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you don't know what's yours, Nadine, and what's hers or your son's, because that entanglement takes place. So it's like, we just want to separate so we can try to find our own center. But again, patience and compassion, I think, are going to be two of your greatest tools.
Yep. It's true.
Thank you so much for calling in, and blessings to you. Let's see, Jackie, let's go to you. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Jackie.
Thank you both. Hi. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you. Gosh, I've been asking my angels for direction and guidance, and if you could just tap into anything that they have for me, because I'm in a place of, I don't know what's next. I would be so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, John, for picking me. Thank you.
I'm seeing angel numbers tonight. As soon as you started talking, I'm seeing 111, which is manifesting.
Yeah.
You are manifesting, kind of like what we talk about. Like if you want it to come to the fruition that you would like, hold that positive thought instead of thinking the shoe's going to drop. You're in the middle of that right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I want. I just want a beautiful life. I'm just, yeah. So I'm just asking spirit.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course,
And
yes.
then and based on that question, maybe you can re-ask Debbie your question.
Okay.
And I invite you, all of y'all, to this. Can you share something that you're grateful for?
Oh gosh, yes. Well, my body. I just 2 months ago, I had emergency surgery, which kind of threw me totally off kilter. They did emergency bowel resection. Totally weird, totally weird. But I'm grateful. And I don't know, but kind of set me kind of off kilter a little bit. I don't
But you're
know,
grateful.
but I am grateful.
So from that
Yes.
place of gratitude, we just breathe in that gratitude for a second.
Yeah.
Now, can you ask Debbie your new question from a place of gratitude?
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, Debbie, I'm just curious if you could hear my angels whispering anything into your ears.
You see how powerful that question is? Instead of coming
Yeah.
from a place of not having or not knowing, it's like, what else is
Mhm.
possible? What else
Yeah.
is available that maybe I'm not seeing at this time? It's a
Yeah.
whole different way of materializing based on the questions that you're asking. So, Debbie, yeah, after you.
So what they're whispering in her ear is that she can have what she wants.
Love that.
And what I saw was a lot of creativity. She's like buzzing with creativity. So
Wow.
anything you want to do that's creative, I think you're going to do more than one thing. I just think you could do
Wow.
all of it, like a little bit here, a little bit there. You might
Yep.
be bored with just one thing.
I get bored really easy. I'm so restless. You're right. Oh, and you're right, because we can't get it wrong as long as we're following our hearts.
You can't.
Yeah, right.
Creative projects.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
very grateful. Thank you. Blessings,
Debbie,
blessings.
blessings to you as well. So, Debbie, let me ask you this. Do the angels meet us where we're at? So really, if we meet ourselves and ask empowered questions from our empowered state, are we going to receive more of empowered answers? And if we're asking them because we're in a place of, maybe we'll call it disempowerment, but we'll just call it maybe confusion, anxiety, just natural states that we all get into from time to time. Is there a difference in the way that we ask the questions, in the way in which the angels provide their knowings?
It only matters if we ask. It doesn't matter what state we're in as much as it matters that we just ask.
Oh, beautiful.
We just got to ask.
Wow, there's a practice.
Mhm.
All right, let's go to the next caller. Kim Morello, welcome.
Hello. Hi, John. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Kim.
Hi. So my question is concerning my husband. I want to know what the angels might have to say. He had emergency heart surgery almost 3 months ago now. He had a very serious, risky surgery. Didn't know what was really happening. It wasn't a heart attack, but doctors say, it's remarkable you're still here. So I said to him after about 6 weeks, are you feeling anything different? You know, he really, really beat the odds from what everybody told us. So I don't know whether he's just not picking up or just doesn't have the awareness. So far, he hasn't really gotten anything major. I'm just wondering what you might be picking up. And will he make a full recovery?
A woman in heaven wanted him to stay here.
His mother. Oh, I just
She
got
put her hand, I know that's what I was thinking was the mom, that she put her hand on during the surgery on him to stay.
Oh
So
my
he's
God.
staying.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I know he wasn't supposed to go, right? Obviously.
No, they want him here. Like she's like, no, you're staying. So he had his mother's help to stay.
So what's
The
the
angel. Oh, go ahead.
the lesson? What's the
The lessons, it's between his soul and and angels and God. I mean, his lesson is bigger than what we can comprehend.
Mhm.
For a loved one in heaven to assist someone staying, they had to have assistance from heaven, like almost permission to do what they did.
Mhm.
So his soul and God and angels want him here, and that's between them.
Yeah.
So he's got more work to do.
That's exactly what I said to him. You've got more work to do. And his answer was, what do you mean? What am I supposed to be doing?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
And
Did I anything else to say that I could share with him other than
So
he's supposed to be here?
well, I want to share something physical I saw. So I kept seeing the musculature of the heart, the actual muscles of the heart. When the mother put the hand there, she put it on the muscles. It's as if there was something going on with the electrical system or the nervous system of the heart. It was that system more than the normal, I guess, the blood and the valves and all that. It was more related to how the heart works, on the nervous system, the autonomic nervous system.
Mm.
So that's just a clue possibly that could help you guys figure out what's going on at all. Yeah.
And
Thank
Kim,
you.
I want to invite you, receiving the information that was her mom. I can
Mhm.
feel you. I can feel like what you've been holding. And I want to invite you to allow yourself a deep exhale and rest in
Release.
holding. It's like that's the gift for you. The message for you is like you can let go. You can relax. It's okay. It's okay. Love you, Kim. Thanks for calling in.
Love you, John. Thanks, Debbie.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. I love this. And my daughter just turned 12 a few weeks ago and wants me to get her an angel reading with you, Debbie, as a birthday gift.
Oh my
The
gosh.
special offer has that. We're going to get to special offer in a little bit. But Saiba, I think you're on the line under a telephone number. If that is you, go ahead and unmute yourself. And what question do you want to ask? Saiba, are you there? I want to ask the question for your daughter. I'm trying to find you, and all these people have their hands raised. Oh, maybe she's not on yet. Okay, we're going to get to the special offer in a little bit. Well, let's go through the special offer now. And if Saiba comes on, fantastic. We'll oh no, I need to promote her to panelist. No wonder she can't come on. All right, Saiba, hold on a second. Let's go ahead and go through the special offer as you come on as a panelist. If you accept the invitation, that'll be wonderful. But in the meantime, y'all, an opportunity to get readings with Debbie. And I reach out to Debbie of all kinds of things. And it's just, oh, thank you for the information and for sharing in a place that I can really just land again with it at the center of myself and allow some of that curiosity to turn into action. Allow some of the things that just are ready to be released and to hear what I'm ready to hear. Right. So it's so wonderful. The link for the special offer is in the chat box. Click on the blue link that April's put in there at the very top of the chat or at the very bottom. Or if you don't find it for whatever reason, just open up a new browser and type in beyondtheordinaryshow.com/Debbie31. And Debbie, go through what everybody's going to receive when they sign up for your reading, because they get more than a reading.
Oh yeah, the reading's 45 minutes, and that's when I basically tap into your aura, and like I explained in the beginning, it goes by so fast. It feels like 5 minutes, even though it's 45 minutes. But we'll get messages from your loved ones, angels, health information, healing information, whatever you need. And there's 2 MP3s that come with this offer. One is communicating with a heavenly loved one. It's step by step how to talk to a loved one yourself, how to actually get some kind of connection when we think of a loved one, if you're just going through your day and all of a sudden your grandma, your mother pops in your head, whoever's on the other side, that person has entered your 8-foot aura. That's how you think of them. They've come into your aura. In that moment, you can connect. And this meditation helps you get there.
Oh, I love that. And what stars in the dark?
Oh, that is so I love dance music. This is like a super uplifting dance song. But it's you can't see the stars unless there's dark. You can't see the light unless you've experienced dark. Sometimes that's why we have to go through dark, is to see light. And that's what the song's about.
Oh, amazing. And you also have the healing song of the Archangels.
Yeah, that's a channeled melody. Sometimes I'll like when I do a reading, I'll also bring down melodies or music, and that was from the angels. They said it was healing. So
Wow.
that is the channeled singing from the angels. Yeah.
I love this. I love every time you come on that you offer readings, but you also offer these energetic shifts and these healings and these transmissions also. So y'all, you get the 45 minutes with Debbie, which I call Debbie all the time. She's such a gift in my life. But again, to get the stars in the dark, the dance, the energetic shifting them. And Debbie, I love that you're bringing in embodiment music, like to move our energy, to move our body, to get back into it is so important. So this is huge. As part of the wisdom that we're receiving, and also transitioning through, and again, communicating with a heavenly loved one, amazing, the meditation and the healing song of the Archangels, again, the channeled melody that brings the healing frequencies. That's $147, y'all. With a 2 payment option, it's valued at $350. And again, I cannot recommend Debbie's readings and her sessions enough. So there it is as an invitation for you on our community to dive in deeper with Debbie. The link again is in the chat box, and we'll keep mentioning it on the call. But Debbie, if you're ready, let's continue with some callers.
Yes, let's do it.
Dragana, let's go to you. Welcome, Dragana.
Hi. Hi, Debbie. Hi, John.
Hi, how are you?
So nice. I'm great. Okay, I don't want to keep too much of your time. I'm great. And I feel a presence of angels, and it's more like supporting in my eyes. But let's say, is there a message towards direction or what I should know that you can feel?
So when I as soon as you started talking, I kept hearing New York, like 3-4 times, New York.
Wow.
Like you're gonna go there, or you have a trip there, or there's something about New York.
Nothing that I know or
Not
planned.
yet. There's a reason you'll go. There's a reason that you'll go. I'm also seeing a lot of writing, like tons of writing. So are you wanting to write or journal, or there's a ton of writing?
Writing? No, but maybe that's something I should do.
It feels like channeled writing, like you're gonna want to write.
Okay, I might direct myself there because I have no intention there yet.
Not yet. Are you waking up in the middle of the night?
It happens lately, yes.
Lately,
which is very unusual. I don't know. Didn't pay attention.
So if you wake up in the middle of the night, the same time, you keep waking up at the same time, the angels are waking you up. They either have something to tell you, or they want you to pray for someone. And then you fall back asleep as soon as you get the answer.
Okay. So I should just pay attention.
You can say, what do you guys want to tell me? And you might get a sudden knowing, or if you don't get anything, okay, who am I supposed to pray for?
Hmm.
But I see writing in the middle of the night. I don't know. You might start writing stuff down, but there is something with writing.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Channeling.
I can see that
We'll
for
look
Dragana.
into it.
Yeah. Channeling.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
I can see that
Yeah.
strongly for you, Dragana. It's like it's your curiosity as to what's coming next and knowing that you're okay. It's like it's not about needing to fix anything. It's like where you're evolving into, what else is available.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's- What Debbie's talking about makes sense to me for you in different ways. That's exciting. We'll have to play with that.
Yes.
All right, Dragana, it's good to see you. All right, C. Gehring, you with your daughter. Welcome.
Oh my
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hi.
What are both
How
your
are you
names?
My name is Cheryl, and this is my
My-
daughter, Brandy.
Yes.
Brandy.
Hi.
She
Hi,
said if they
Brandy.
call
Hi,
on
Cheryl.
Debbie, she said if they call on you, can I ask the question? So I'm going to let her ask first.
Hi. So over the past year, I started a new job. I moved to a new area. I was wondering if my angels have anything to share.
So angels say you're doing everything right. So you were supposed to move. You were supposed to get another job. You're listening to your angels.
She
I
is.
felt it. I really felt God's direction, and I took a leap of faith. But I've been having like a bit of anxiety around my health, and I wonder where that's coming from. Do they have anything about that?
So do you have any stomach? Is something like doesn't feel good in your
Yes.
tummy, sweetie? Yeah,
Yes.
that's where I felt my tummy didn't feel good. Have you thought about, or has it crossed your mind to do gluten-free?
Yes. I haven't thought about it seriously, so that's really interesting. Okay.
Nate does.
My boyfriend's gluten-free too, so I've been
Well,
okay, well, awesome. Cool.
that might make it easier. If you both do it.
Okay, yeah. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah.
That'll actually really serve you. I get that really strongly. Like,
Okay.
don't be afraid of the change of habits. Don't think that it's hard to find gluten-free. Just direct yourself where it's easy to find it. Empower yourself to do it instead of, oh, it's too hard. It's not around. Maybe tomorrow. It just doesn't feel good. And just equip yourself, because your vitality and what you're bringing and this light that you already have it so brightly, and more wants to come through. So for you to have the energy to do it, to feel good in your body, is going to be wonderful. Mom, what's your question?
Well, I just wanted to say hi. I wanted my daughter to be able to see you live. And I live on a lot of land in New Hampshire, and I just call the angels in to fill every inch and stand at the driveway and keep us safe, and just love on us. I just love the angels. When my kids are in the cars, it's like, call them in, tell them angels on board, right? And so, but my husband had an illness, and I wondered if there was anything the angels have for him. He's doing much, much better. But I think they need to, I'd like to know if they have any recommendations for me with him.
So with your husband, I pick up a lot of the nervous system is still like in shock, like his nerves on his body. And
he had a pituitary brain tumor, and a really bad case of CLL. So he has leukemia.
Wow. Sorry. cod liver oil breaks up scar tissue, and it just feels good for his body. Like it would help him,
Okay.
kind of heal from what he's been going through and help the brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
Um,
rough few years.
Yeah. But it's funny. The angels are telling me don't change. He needs you to not change.
Yes.
That's what he wants. What can you do for him? Don't change. Just do what you're doing. That's what I got.
Debbie, I love that you said that, because what I keep getting for you, just you're so clear, you're so strong. It's like you're just
Yeah.
whatever questions you have, you're so clear and so strong.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful to see. So keep doing you.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but okay. Thank you so much for taking our call.
Yes,
It's amazing. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to our next caller. Michelle DeBow. Welcome, Michelle.
Hi. Can you hear me? I guess you can hear me. Hi, Debbie. Hi, John. I have
Hi.
a spiritual question, not for me personally, a larger question. I'm always wondering about the idea of God's plan. And we hear that a lot in so many ways. And how does that connect to us as co-creators and as being one with all and one with God? And how maybe you can expound on that a little bit, how the powers or I don't even know how to express this, but I think you understand what I'm saying. Or I hope you do.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Archangel Gabriel is the one who is kind of wanting to answer this question. And what they're bringing me back to is, remember we talked about seeing things in the future, and then also it can be intertwined with manifesting. So your question actually brings that back into play. So Gabriel's saying we have to co-create by choosing our highest self. What is the highest self you can be? It actually helps others and can manifest the highest possibility. So he's making it simple in a way that we just have to work on our own stuff.
So I got some guidance yesterday that said, just take care of the little things, kind of like what you're saying, your own life, and the big things will be taken care of, because that's God's plan, or that's God's responsibility, or something like that. But I don't really understand that.
So this is how I saw it, like maybe a visual of it. If every person works on being their highest self, it starts this web of consciousness that overrides any low energy. It'll create a web like that covers and overrides lower energy or people who are not doing that.
I totally get that. And that is what I aspire to. I guess I'll just ask a different way one more time, because I hear what you're saying. I guess my question is, am I supposed to be trying to discern like a will for me, or is it my option to make that will for myself? Like, where do I get the message of who I need to be and what I need to do? Is there a plan for me that I need to reach toward to try to identify?
You came in with it. Go back to age 4 or 5. What toys were you playing with? What did you love to do? You came in with your purpose. We all did. We were all naturally going there at that age.
Debbie, can I offer something? And
yeah, sweet. Yeah.
Michelle, are you open to my?
Absolutely. Oh, of course.
Would I be correct into tapping into worry energy that's coming in through you? Is there like a worry?
I probably over intellectualize this a little, just because for me, it helps me to be a manifester when I kind of get how the pieces fit or what the strategy is in a way. So maybe that's my style. Maybe it's a limitation. It just comes from a lot of reading and a lot of thinking, and I don't, it continues to be a source of confusion for me, because some people say you don't even need the angels because we have all that power ourselves. So that's, you see what I'm saying? I love the angels. I love the communication. I just wonder how to reach for my greatest power. Is my greatest power to be God? I mean, I don't think I can be God because I don't know.
What is it that tells you that you're not in your greatest power right now? The more than you have been.
The manifestation in my life of things that are heavy and have created trouble for me.
But I would have to tell you also, when we ask to be in our greatest power, sometimes being in our greatest power means that we're going through as a soul what some humans would consider some of the darkest times that can be. But as a soul, you're in your greatest power. You're like in, and you're in the mix of it, and you're swimming up currents, and look at you doing it. So
I am
maybe,
doing it.
so
I
maybe,
agree.
so maybe asking your question, how can I be in the grace and the abundance of my greatest power? Or because if you're having those experiences and you're saying, I want to be in my greatest powers, perhaps you're being met in that in your creation. And if you want to experience it in a different way, maybe you can ask what you're asking for in a way that supports more of what you're wanting to receive. So your greatest power doesn't have to be pushing boulders up the mountain all the time and getting strong that way. And again, you're so connected and so intellectualized in it that you've got perhaps have this network of creating exactly what it is that you're asking for. And so how can I be in my greatest power in a way that serves other and really is nurturing to my heart and my being and my body right now, so that I can be at peace with it instead of at war of it, so that I can stop this regurgitation of my mind from thinking that I'm doing something wrong when actually I'm doing everything right because I'm receiving exactly what I'm asking for.
I actually kind of feel like I'm in the place you're describing, so I really appreciate that, but it's a shift that I'm just making around these days. Like it's just happened like that.
Great question.
I appreciate that. Okay, so it's just a big question. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Powerful question. Again, we
Yeah.
don't know how powerful we are as creators, and sometimes what we ask for is literally being given to us. We just don't realize that. Oh, I didn't realize that's what being the greatest power was.
Maybe
Okay.
it's like a be careful what you ask for kind of thing. Because you
Be
may
aware. Don't be careful. Be aware of what you're asking for at a deeper level. Be aware. Be aware. Be aware. Amazing. Eileen Polanski, you're on the line. Let's get you to unmute. Or maybe Eileen hung up.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Eileen.
Hi, Eileen.
Hi. It's like every time I see you, it's like old homework, you know.
Hi, Eileen.
It's really good to see you. Well, you know that I write a lot of music, and this last piece, well, it's part of a trilogy. I wrote a trilogy about love, and this last piece is bigger than me. It's really bigger than me, and every time I play it, it's like I know that it was channeled, and so there's this sort of opposites going on right now with me because I'm having health challenges. So, you know, I'm moving forward anyway. I'm not letting it stop me, but it's challenging. So I'm wondering what you get.
Yes, it's challenged. It kind of goes with John's what happened with the last question. It's big. You want it to be big. It's big. It feels the same, like the same kind of answer.
The same kind of what?
The same kind of answer that it's bigger than you. The song is bigger than you. What you brought through is bigger than you. But it's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So what about these health challenges? What do you see with that?
I think that the health is somehow coming through. The healing is somehow coming through in your music. I think the music's healing you and gonna heal you and others.
Yeah, it's the music has so much energy in it that I just want to share it with as many people as I can, because I want to help them just the same way that the music helps me.
That's exactly what it's doing. It's helping you. You're like, I'm having all these health challenges, and then this amazing music comes out of you. It's filled with healing.
Beautiful, Eileen. Eileen, when Debbie said that, I immediately lit up, like something in me expanded in my heart. So it's, yeah. Wow. Receive your music. Receive it for you, and then you can give it to others.
Absolutely.
So beautiful.
Thank you
so much, Eileen.
I want to hear it. Eileen,
I'll send it to you.
Eileen,
okay.
people are asking in the chat where they can find your music. If you want to type it into the chat box, that'd be wonderful if you have it available.
Well, I can do that, but this song isn't on my website now. It's because I haven't finished recording it yet.
You have other songs. Go ahead and type in where they can find your music, and this one will come out.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Y'all look for that in the chat box. All right, much more callers to take. We're gonna go through quite a few more because we have time. But y'all, the special offer with Debbie, the angel readings, the angelic meetings, the talking to your loved ones, to your higher self, whatever that information is, it's in the chat box, so you can take advantage of that time with Debbie at the special offer price with those additional recordings. I hope y'all take her up on that. It's amazing. Okay, let's go now to, I want to call on everybody, Debbie. The other Eileen I had on here. Eileen, welcome to the call. Yes. And let's get you find
so
your
much.
Right.
Thank you so much. Oh gosh. Well, first of all, this is my special person here, Debbie Johnson, and you too, John. I've been enjoying your show so much. I've had a couple readings with Debbie. I'm Eileen, was from live in Philadelphia now, moved by whole being there back to home. And the energy of the woods and the trees and the roots are so strong. And I love them. I feel very grounded mostly all the time. I get out of bed, put my feet on the floor. I say connect and protect. And I do that in all space, time, dimension, and blah, 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 right? So, I think I'm really protected. Well, last week I got hacked in my computer and my phone. And it, like you said, when you feel like you're thrown off, I was just thrown off, or I allowed myself to be thrown off. And it just came from left field, and it has rattled me. So I'm asking Debbie, I know my angels are with me, and I know that I'm protected on some level, but just wanted to know if there's some extra help going on here to, it's about identity. And I feel like my identity has been violated, and it's scary. And that's all. I just wanted to know what you see there for me.
So, first of all, I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to protect what happened. Was it a bank account or a credit card, or just they went into everything?
Mostly, yes. Well, I'm not sure. That's the whole point. It's an unknown.
Got it. So, Archangel Michael, for Eileen, I ask that you open the middle, transform anything not of the light to the light now on her identity and anything that might have been interfered. Well, I just felt it stop. So I feel like it's not going to continue into these ripples. It's not going to keep going, like where they're going to have like 3 months later this and 2 months later this. It feels like it's like a couple things and then done. So I don't see it keep going. But I also want to ask the angels to restore your aura, because when something like this happens and we get scared, our aura just goes, our aura, when we're in fear, our aura weakens. So I'm going to ask Michael to restore your aura and expand it back out where it was. And that's going to help with the fear or the feeling of fear. Because then when it's big, it's harder to penetrate. But when we're afraid, we can get even more attacks and more attacks.
Yes. Yes, trying to stay centered and knowing that I had to do work too. There was a question before about how much is God and how much is us, kind of like what's God's will. Well, I had to do some footwork to help myself to protect. And at the same time, I know there's the angels, and Michael was the last one I asked about. Recently. It was very interesting. I said, wait a minute, it's Michael that does the protection. So thank you, Debbie. I really appreciate the extra help here tonight.
Oh my gosh, you got it. I want to show you one more thing, and this is for everybody. You can ask Michael to surround you in blue light when you feel like vulnerable. Surround me in blue light, and may only love enter. And just sit in it. Do that anytime you feel weak or vulnerable.
So I say, only love and light shall enter me today and tonight.
I like your rhymes.
That's my little thing in the morning.
Debbie, it's amazing. I had to write down, as y'all were talking, the word sapphire on my notes.
Are you serious?
I can show it to you, but I wrote down sapphire in my notes. And then you talked about the blue light. So
wow.
These synchronies are they coincidences or aren't they?
And you're wearing blue tonight, and then I'll mute myself.
A lot of blue.
Debbie, let me ask you this, because as we're embodying more light, sometimes there's this energy that comes in that kind of tends to, we could say it's coming in to throw us off and it doesn't want to become the light, but perhaps it's energy that's coming in to show us how much more capacity of light that we have by working something through our body and our psyche that we thought was going to be stronger than us. So is it because we're ready to amplify more light that sometimes these challenges may occur so that we can get past the fear or past the earthquake that's happening and realize that we can actually springboard somewhere even further?
Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow spiritually. So anything thrown at us, is it thrown at us because angels are throwing at us? Not really, but it's an opportunity to transform anything that might come at us. Yeah.
And is it a denser energy that's coming in to try to mess with us because we're amplifying too much light? Or is it an opportunity to step more into our own empowerment?
Okay, that's another one of these trick questions, John.
That's why I asked it.
I know. Okay, so when you are resonating at a high frequency, the dark will try and mess with you. They'll mess with you even more when you're resonating at a high frequency. So that's the other side of that. But yes, anything that comes up is an opportunity to transform. You have to be even stronger in that moment.
Yeah. For me, the dark has been an awareness of an intelligence that is initiating me into a bigger aspect of myself that I've been denying. And so you can also look at it as acts of benevolence from a place that seems dark, because it's pushing our threshold and our comfort of who we believe we are. And so it's a big conversation in so many ways. And for me, I've just gotten to a point where instead of creating war against something that doesn't serve me, it drains me. How can I be with the propulsion of that energy and use it as a vehicle for the embodiments of my own light, rather than something that diminishes who I know myself to be? Food for thought for y'all.
That is big, John.
Yeah.
That's big.
I'm inviting all of y'all into that, because that is your capacity of love. That is the essence of what you know is true. And everything else is just pushing you further into that, not against it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's go to our next caller. I went a little
That was awesome.
Patty, let's go to you. Welcome, Patty.
Hi, thank you very much for calling on me. My stomach really hurts today. And so I just wanted to know if you had any insight about that.
So can I ask Michael to release what's not yours and tell me if there's a shift? Have you done that yet, Patty? Okay. Archangel Michael, release what's not Patty's and take it to the light now.
Thank you.
You felt it.
Took the pressure off.
Yeah. That's what it felt. It felt like fluid, almost like when the stomach distends, or fluid. Anybody around you have diabetes or
Yeah, my
struggling?
two sisters do.
Yeah, you're feeling someone with diabetes. You're feeling some of their symptoms.
Oh. Both of my older sisters have diabetes.
I would check on them. One of them's not feeling good.
Okay.
Is one of them darker hair? I know your hair is like light. Is one of them wear their hair brown or darker?
Yeah, both of them. One just had, she's had, like, my oldest sister, Mary Beth, has had 13 surgeries on her 2 ankles and feet and legs. She had staphylococcus bacteria, and she's on a really strong antibiotic.
It's probably her.
And if it doesn't work, they're going to amputate her leg to the knee.
I think you're feeling her. Angels, if it's not mine, release it. Angels, if it's not mine, release it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna tell you. It's an empath. Being an empath is almost like it's psychic information, but once you figure out who it's about, it really helps you understand what they're going through. She might be having a reaction to the antibiotic. I think you're picking that up.
It makes her really tired.
Yeah.
She's really, really afraid of losing her leg, because her diabetes is preventing the healing. It's really slowed down the pace of the healing.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Blessings to you, Patty, and to your sister.
Yes. Thank you.
And enjoy this relief, and something that, Debbie, you do so beautifully, and we don't talk about it enough, is really the healing energy that you bring through. and clearing the field. And that's, we talk about how Debbie can read the field, that have the angels come in and again, bring them loved ones. But there's a tremendous strength that you carry, Debbie, in transmuting energies and bringing it to energies into the light. And so it's wonderful, Debbie. Thank you for doing that.
Yes, thank you.
Angels do it. They do it.
Thank you.
I just know to ask.
Thank you for being the vehicle in which the angels get to do it through. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, love. Okay, let's continue. Rose, welcome to the call.
Aloha, John. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Rose.
Hi. So I've always been part of these groups, and in the past I already left two behind, and now I got recently the guidance. I had this group of yoga, and then something else, and I kind of decided focusing only on my art. But likewise, someone else mentioned in the chat, I've been feeling quite tired and quite a lack of direction, and sometimes it's feeling of, oh gosh, I mean, I don't exactly know much of what next steps. I mean, apart from focusing on the art. And the angels have any message for me, please?
So they keep telling me nothing's wrong.
Okay.
So I would say don't make any decisions different right now. Keep going on the same path.
Okay.
Because nothing's coming through. It just means it's kind of in that waiting period for the right time, you're gonna download something in the fall, like something different or big.
Oh,
but
okay.
They're telling me nothing's wrong at this time.
Yes, and I think leaving these two groups, I think it was a good decision, right? It felt like it was time for me to focus on the art and more like in the Jesus Yahushua in my heart, you know?
Well, if you're not in joy in whatever it is, if it's not giving you joy, let it go. It makes room for more joy. If it's not like making you happy in your heart, healers have to be happy.
Yeah, really wanting to go back to my happy self.
yeah, it was a good idea.
Debbie, let me ask you, what do you think may have been bringing in that tired energy for Rose?
Because there was someone else in fact with the same question, similar. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think she's kind of recovering or healing from doing stuff she didn't want to do. You know, people can drain us, or groups can drain. If we're not in the right energy, we can be drained. So you should, normally being lifted up by who you're around. That spiritual energy's high vibration has a lot of energy.
Oh, thank you. That made sense.
All right, Rose. Thank you for calling. It's wonderful to see.
Wonderful to see it.
All right, let's continue. William, welcome to the call.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Welcome.
Thanks for taking my call. It's a pleasure talking with both of you. I have a really.
Hi.
There you are. I couldn't see.
Hi, William.
Hi, Debbie. I have a daughter that I haven't talked to in 25 years. And I even had a private investigator try to find her. They couldn't find her. So, and I've gone inwardly, and multiple times I keep getting the same type of thing. I'm wondering what you're getting in respect to her.
She's alive.
She is, okay.
I know she's alive. I keep seeing her in an urban environment. She's not in the country. She's in very like a city or urban environment, but she's alive. I can tell when a soul, which side they're on. She's alive.
Okay, that's good to know.
Is there's a chance the urban environment is not in the US?
Ah, that's a possibility. I thought.
Yeah, I don't think I don't hear English around her. It's another language.
She was married to a German professor for a while, and then they got divorced. I found out on the internet she got divorced real quickly, like within a month, and then he moves back to Germany. And then she just disappears, you know. And it's like,
she's not in America. She's not, I don't hear American voices around her. She's in an urban environment that's not American.
Okay.
She's
William,
not in the US.
Can I ask a question for you, or can I have a request for you from Debbie?
That'd be great, yeah.
And I don't know to what extent you feel this, but as a father, I can certainly relate. Debbie, can there be any healing that can be brought to William for his broken heart?
Yeah. So I'm going to just ask the angels to give you healing, William. And I can tell you what I see if you're open to it.
I'm open.
Okay. Archangel Michael and all the angels, I ask that you clear and release anything not of the light that might be in William's emotional field, his etherical field, his physical field related to his daughter. So the angels are telling me her mother is the problem.
You got that right on. 100%.
Oh, chills.
Yeah, they just cleared your aura, and it was like outside of your aura, plunk, was her mother.
Yes.
So the real healing was around her mother.
Ooh.
So yeah, how do I deal with that? That's a separate individual that I'm not really connected to anymore,
That would be the first layer. And then the daughter. But that was the first layer of healing, or the deeper layer.
Okay.
But I'll be honest with you, I feel like the daughter has felt some reason to be allegiant to the mother or side with the mother. I just feel like she's felt like she has to choose. She doesn't have a choice in her mind.
Yeah.
She does have a choice, but
I was getting something similar where the mother messed her mind up toward me, and
yeah, she doesn't know the truth.
Yeah.
All right, William, maybe you want to go deeper into session with Debbie, but I hope you receive whatever here is coming for your heart. Come back and listen to the replay and allow yourself just to be in it.
Yeah.
And see what else comes through, and clearing your aura, relaxing that heart. Yeah.
I felt the aura cleaning when Debbie went into that and did that. I felt it happen.
Yeah, some of us did too here. I was
all the empaths felt it.
Thank you so much. That I feel better. Yeah.
Lighter. Something.
Feel lighter.
It was like a clunk. It was a big, loud. What I could hear was like a clunk. So,
wow.
Yeah, it had to go.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Blessings, brother. Thank you for calling in.
Take care, William.
Right, let's continue. We're going to squeeze some more calls in, and we're doing it.
Yeah, why not?
Stacy, let's go to you. Welcome, Stacy.
Which one? I think
Stacy
there's two of us.
Oh, Stacy Worsfold. Sorry. Yes.
Good evening, divine, beautiful souls.
Hi,
Thank you
Stacey.
for picking me. Hi. So much. I've gotten so many answers from everyone else already tonight. So I'll ask a simple one. Anything, can you pick up anything? Just moving forward, career, business, anything like that. I've kind of been in a box for 6 years dealing with my dad's murder trial, and it's over, and I just feel like I want to fly,
Is it someone's birth? Someone in heaven is here holding a birthday present. Is it your birthday or someone significant in the family, their birthday right now, or just happened?
You know what? It was kind of like I just been through my dad's murder trial, but it was like his birthday, my son's birthday, and now my next son's birthday. So we were all like back to back to back.
You have a loved one in heaven who knows about the birthday. There's someone here that she's saying the word ma, like grandma or ma. M-A, Ma. she's been with you the whole time. She's wanting you to know she's like been watching over you guys and the family and this whole situation and protecting everyone. And she's just a force. I want to say you had some help.
I've had lots of help. I am just so grateful for it. Like John said, sometimes when you go through the darkness, you find your greatest, highest self and light, you know?
Yeah.
I've really come through with that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And there's been a lot of help with this. I also, I'm seeing some more blessings because this is finished. I'm seeing some miracles that are going to transpire because of this.
Thank you. Just need some good news and just some doors and windows to open up so I can fly, you know?
August, they say things, whatever I'm getting, there is a shift or miracle in August. You'll know this had to do with the grandmother. You'll know she did it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stacy, how exciting to be excited about the excitement that's coming.
I find excitement in the smallest, weirdest stuff.
That's why I said that. That's why I said how exciting to be excited about the excitement that's coming, right? Amazing. Amazing. And you're creating it here now. So wonderful. Such great energy. Thanks for calling. Saiba, I called on you earlier. If you can unmute, we'd love to have you on the call. Saiba, are you there? Oh, well, we tried again. We tried again. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, wait, are you on? You are.
Yes. Can you hear me?
There she is.
Welcome to the call.
Hi.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I had some technical difficulties.
Well, here we are.
Thank you. My daughter, I had come downstairs to take care of some stuff. But I did have a session with UW a couple of years ago. And after that, my dad came through and everything has shifted greatly.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you so much. Yes. And my daughter has been asking, I want to do that too. And yeah, it's just I really would like to know that I mean I'm gonna do a session with you anyway. So, but I'm getting a lot of things happening. I have a ringing in my ear that started about 3 months ago. And it won't stop. It won't stop. It's gotten to a point where now I'm used to it. But I wanted to know what's coming through. I know my dad is on the other side. And he communicates too.
Yeah, the angels are saying the vagus nerve is really tight, and that's why the ear is ringing. Did you have any dental surgery or anything in the mouth recently? Because the vagus nerve is wrapping around the jaw.
Okay.
Have you had any dental procedure or Novocaine or anything? Okay.
No, dental procedure. Yes. And I've been having some discomfort around the left side.
It's connected to why the ear's doing that. So the angels are telling me it's related to the vagus nerve and a dental. There's a couple things going on. The vagus nerve is really tight. There's videos you can massage it. I would look up on YouTube. They have videos on how to massage the vagus nerve. But also, you might need an antibiotic. You might have to talk to the dentist.
Okay. All right.
There's something going on in there still. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Excited
Thank
for
you,
your daughter
Saiba.
and for the reading. Amazing.
Thank
And you're
you.
so beautiful. You're such a beautiful being, whatever you're carrying. It's just, I just love it. Keep doing what you're doing. It's
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, bright
Appreciate it.
light.
Very much so. Y'all, the
Thank you.
opportunity to work with Debbie in the special offer and your session, links in the chat box. Take advantage of it. And click on
Definitely.
it. If you want to buy it later, just click on it and have it as a tab open. Again, I have 10,000 tabs open. Use it.
Oh, I already did. I already purchased.
Awesome.
I had
And
to.
amazing. I get it. I know, me too. April, buy
Yeah.
me a session, please. I haven't signed up for it yet. I forgot to ask April when we first had it. So please buy me a session.
Thank you.
Everybody, y'all participate. The replay of the call is going to be up a little bit later. Come back and listen. There's so much energy that was streaming through today. So beautiful. What we're accessing, and again, these energetic tools also to work with the energies, the insights, collecting, connecting, asking the angels. There's so much here to really support us, Debbie. I love the way you show up and the wisdom that you share, and you make it so accessible. And for that, I'm so grateful.
Well, John, I love this call. I love your very difficult questions tonight. They were awesome and challenging.
We get to push the edges a little bit, but you carry
I
it with you.
know.
So it's like we all get to benefit from that expansion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Thank
wonderful.
you.
It's wonderful again, as always, to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, everybody. Mwah.
And yes, mwah to everybody. Thank you for y'all. And I look forward to seeing y'all on the next call. Bye, everybody.